What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
Folks, take a look at this exchange between a reporter and LeBron James on Media Day. This is funny stuff.
JJ's talked about you taking more threes, playing off the ball a little bit more, stuff you've done in the past. But what have those conversations been like between you two in terms of like your role and maybe it shifting a little bit this season, if at all?
My role is whatever it takes for our team to win. I mean, listen, I can do whatever. I can literally do whatever on a basketball floor, so it's not hard to plug me into whatever that game, whatever, that moment needs to entail, or, so if it's me playing off the ball and JJ want me to shoot more threes, or if it's me playing on the ball and getting guys involved, I can literally do everything out on the basketball floor. So, I think it'll work well for our team.
Man, you can't account for all the cap and revisionist history and narratives that are out here, man. It's unbelievable. First of all, the reporter. Yes, LeBron James has taken more threes. Thus, the product of the NBA we have today, and how over the years it has become more and more of a three-point shooting league. And yes, LeBron James had a great three-point shooting year last season, shooting at over 40%, if I'm not mistaken. Good on him. But then when the reporter said, and he said he wants you to play off ball, something we've seen you do in the past. Wait. Considering LeBron James's past, which is over 20 years of basketball, the very, very minute, very small sample size we have of LeBron James really playing off ball, it's not even quantifiable. It's so small and damn near non-existent. Please stop this. Please. There was a time, I think might have been 2 seasons ago, near the end of the season, going into the postseason, I noticed LeBron James playing a bit more off ball. And I like to see it because it allowed Anthony Davis and some of these other guys to flourish a little more. But that didn't last very long. It didn't last long at all. What are you talking about? And of course the reporter says that LeBron James is going to eat that up. And then respond to what the reporter had to say. And most of that LeBron James said was cat regarding him playing off the ball and him being that guy that you could plug in anywhere, any system, and do whatever the coach needs him to do without having a basketball in his hand. That is a goddamn lie, and I'm calling it out. If that was Kevin Durant saying that, absolutely correct. Kevin Durant can be that guy. I don't think I've ever seen a guy quite like Kevin Durant where you could just plug him in any team, any system, any role, and he'll just fit in seamlessly and still get his numbers without having to dominate and monopolize the ball and still be fruitful to the overall accomplishments of the team. If that was Kevin Durant, absolutely, I would have nothing to say. But LeBron James? You mean the system? The guy that is always the system, whatever team he goes to? Are you serious? Are we doing this right now? Are we doing this, LeBron? Did you really just say that? You are not that guy, buddy. You are not. Everybody knows that you need the ball in your hand to be effective. Occasionally, he might cut to the basket, catch it, throw up a quick layup. Few and far between, people. Most of the time, the ball's in his hand. And when he's swinging it, he's probably looking for it to come back to him so he can fish for a goddamn assist. He's not a big fan of those hockey assists. But those assists, yeah. It's your point forward, man. They used him like that in the Olympics when they shouldn't have. LeBron James shouldn't have been the point guard for Team USA. That should have been Steph Curry. And the only reason he was point guard for Team USA is because he couldn't really be effective off the ball if Steph Curry's running point. But Steph Curry can be effective off the ball. That's why they had Steph Curry do his usual routes around and have LeBron James run the point, because Steph can be more effective in other areas, whereas LeBron cannot. That's why they had to build the team and build a system for Team USA. What are y'all talking about, man? Dude talk about he can literally do everything out on the basketball floor. No, you can't, dude. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it. You're one of the worst, for a player of your caliber, you are one of the worst off-ball offensive players I have ever seen. There's no constant finding your spots. Do you even have any spots except barreling down and putting your shoulder down and getting to the lane? Do you have any spots on the floor where you can go to, especially in that mid-range area where you know you can go to work, be precise, precision, be tactical, be surgical? I never see him lobbying for position in the post. He has no post game. The most post game we've seen from LeBron James was that year with the Heat when they ran off all those games. He started going to the post that season, and he was much more effective from it. It wasn't a pretty game. He didn't have the footwork of like a Mike or a Kobe, but it wasn't the prettiest, but it got the job done. He developed this ugly little floater he was using a lot, but it was working. It was working, but then he abandoned it. Like, what are you talking about, dog? It's crazy. When LeBron James doesn't have the ball, man, he ain't doing nothing. Talk about, I can be effective. I can do so much even without the ball in my hand. Not verbatim, but that's what he said. When LeBron James doesn't have the ball in his hand, he is usually standing around the three-point line, camping, or in a corner, just standing there. He's rarely moving without the basketball, causing havoc on the defenses, trying to trace where he's going, or paying attention to all of his off-ball movement because he's going to demand that attention. But he doesn't do that. He just stands around. Come on, man. Why are we doing this, people? Why are we doing this? He said he can be whatever the team needs for him to be to win. No, you can't. No, you can't. Because there hasn't been a whole lot of winning going on since your tenure with the Lakers, especially outside of that bubble championship. There ain't been a whole lot of winning. It's been a whole lot of losing. And that has a lot to do with you playing your style of basketball, being the system, instead of letting Anthony Davis and these other guys be fruitful and be more of who they are to contribute to the team. It's all been centered around you. If you're really doing what the team needed from you to be more effective, to be more of a winning basketball team, then you would take a step back. Let Anthony Davis truly be the number one option. Give him the keys and let these other guys like D'Angelo Russell and at one point Russell Westbrook and, Hillbilly Kobe, Austin Reeves, and these other guys actually play their roles instead of holding on to the ball and trying to play all the roles and take all the roles for yourself. Why do you think point guards are never happy with LeBron James for the most part? Especially point guards that have scoring abilities and playmaking abilities. Because they're always sacrificing. Especially if you're the third option. Hang it up. You can hang it up. Whatever you was doing on your previous team, you ain't gonna be doing that here. You're going to be marginalized. Do whatever you got to do. Whatever they need from you for your team to win. Cut it out. And he think he's smart. He think he's cute. Because I noticed once the playoffs come around, like I said, I mentioned this earlier, and then you start to notice him playing a bit more off the ball. Some people say he's tired. Some people say he's preserving himself for a certain point of the game. Whatever. But you can notice that he's playing a bit more off ball and he's pushing it more on AD and to somewhat of a lesser degree some other players. But why not play that way for the entire season? That season is there for your team to learn about each other, to build continuity, to grow, to mature together, to figure things out. But you want to, at the last minute come playoff time, try to play a different way, a way that y'all haven't played all season, and you expect that to be beneficial to the team? This is something you got to do from the beginning of the season and build on, because y'all have to figure it out. People are used to playing one type of way around LeBron James. Then all of a sudden, come near the end of the season, he wants to throw a monkey wrench and all that and be like, we're going to do it this way. And now the players out there looking dumb, looking stupid, not as effective as they could be had you ironed this out instead of trying to be sneaky slick with what you're doing come the end of the postseason. Or come the end of the season, excuse me. Come on, man. I see right through all this BS, man. It's the LeBron James smoke screen, and I'm not buying it. Everybody else is. But I'm not. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've watched this stuff. I've watched this guy his entire career. You would think he was my favorite player because I'm just a fan of basketball. And I like watching polarizing players, entertaining players. LeBron James is one of the all-time greats. So yeah, I'm going to watch him play. Whether I like it or I don't like his style. Whether I say kudos, you had a great game, LeBron, which I've done right here on this channel. Gave him props for when he played well, when he stepped up when he needed to. But damn, man, I've watched this guy play his entire career. You're not about to put this BS out, these lies, this revisionist history, these narratives, and me not call it out, man. Cut it out. I was gonna make this one of those videos where I plug in all the highlights for like receipts. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not making this up. This is what I'm talking about. But you know what? I don't got the energy for all that today, so I'm going to just speak my facts. And for the people that seen it too, y'all know what I'm talking about. For the people that are willing to listen to what I'm talking about, and you could go look it up yourself. I ain't making this up. I literally gave the man credit for his post game in Miami. But like I said, he abandoned it. And that's something I have been wanting from LeBron James since his first stint from Cleveland until the beginning of his Miami career. I was like, dude, take your big ass in the post. Get off the goddamn ball, get in the post, use your size, and dominate. But he never did it. And he finally did it in Miami. And you know what I did? Kudos. It's about goddamn time. But then you stop doing it. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Especially in the league today. All the small ball, all these tiny players out there. One reason LeBron James has been able to be so effective later in his career is because the rules and the way the game has been played is changing right under his feet, right under the league's feet, to better supplement LeBron James's game and his advanced age. Listen, had that not happened and the game was played like it was in the mid-2000s back, more physical, in the paint, he ain't gonna be... Those stats ain't gonna look the same what they're looking like now. That's not just LeBron, that's across the league for most players. That's all I gotta say. I had to call this stuff out, man. Check out our LeBron James playlist. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.